is Kelly from Moonbean Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your Scorpio Mid-March 2020 general reading. So for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, welcome back. I truly appreciate all your likes, your shares, and subscribes, as well as your comments. And for those of you who are new to my channel, do stick around for a brief little intro. I just want to apologize for having these videos come out super late, but given what's going on in the world, I've actually become way busier at work. I work at a grocery store. I normally work at a flower shop within the store. However, given the situation of what's going on in the world, I'm basically helping out all over the place. So my part-time job has now become a full-time job. So I'm trying to get it out as quickly as possible, and I truly appreciate everyone being patient regarding the readings. All right, so as I always mention, I am an intuitive reader. My messages are timeless and they're not date specific, so please do have a look at the title of the video to see if it resonates with you. If it does, chances are that there is a message within that, a message or two within that video. Okay, also do have a look at your moon, your rising Venus, and Jupiter signs as well, as some months those may resonate better for you than just your sun sign. Okay, also cross watchers and Scorpios, do have a look at your 7th house. So that would be Taurus. Check out those videos. There may be some additional messages found there as well. Okay, so before we get into the reading, I usually do a pre-meditation shuffle off camera. So I kind of just want to go over those cards with you guys first beforehand. Okay, so Scorpio for mid-March. Okay, the first card to come out was the Page of Pentacles, I believe. So actually, Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I normally only read reversals if it comes out repeatedly, and that card came out repeatedly. So you could be connecting, again, with an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Someone who's almost like a younger energy, so it could be a child, or just someone who's young at heart, right? Somebody who's a bit more like immature. The Page of Pentacles can also represent someone who is a bit irresponsible, maybe a bit rebellious, someone who's just, like I said, immature at times, right? Like immature, just they need some growing up to do kind of thing. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm sensing, right? The second card to come out for you, Scorpio, was the Death card. Okay, so this, again, this could just symbolize you, your energy, or it could also be big changes are coming. Okay, there could be some endings, right? Letting go, a rebirth of sorts, and for some people it's just moving on, right? It could be an ending to a relationship, maybe job, maybe something like that, right? I was trying to see also, but again, it could just be you, right? Symbolize Scorpios. The third card, the last card to come out in the pre-shuffle was I believe it was the World in reverse. Okay. That one came out quite a bit in reversals. I believe it was only just, yeah, it was reversed. I kind of feel like this symbolizes something that you have yet to accomplish. Okay, you've been trying to set out to do something, but for whatever reason, it's become stagnant. Again, given what's going on in the world, maybe you wanted to start a new job or create your own kind of business. However, given the state of the world right now, things have come to a standstill or a halt, right, in that respect. It could just also symbolize that you've tried to take some shortcuts instead of putting in the hard work. Again, this could be you or somebody that you're connecting with as well. So And it can also just mean that you're also feeling stuck within a situation as well. Okay, so that was your pre-shuffle. So I have shuffled all my decks ahead of time. I'm going to start with the Steampunk Tarot. Okay, I'll shuffle a little bit on camera before we get going. Okay, so Divine Mother, Divine Father, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors. Please allow me to connect with the collective of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter for mid-March 2020. Please allow messages to come in clearly. Of the collective of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for mid-March 2020. Maybe also, I'm just trying to think as well, death can also, again, given the state of the world with this COVID-19 virus, it's possible that, again, some of you may be connecting with someone who has lost somebody either to this virus, or for others of you, it could just be recently, maybe someone in the family has passed. Okay. All right, so the top of the deck is going to be your strongest energy for this read. It's also going to, again, symbolize, it stands for what's going on with you currently or your recent past. So anything between, like, from the last 3 days to 3 weeks to even 3 months to a year even, okay? So we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So you could be connecting with an earth sign, again, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. However, it can also be your 7th house, right? So it could also represent you. This could be your energy as well. So, like we mentioned in the pre-shuffle, I feel like this is regarding business even, just because, again, Pentacles, we've got money on the board here, right? We were talking about even the page, right? We went from a page of Pentacles in the reverse to now a Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, right? So it can indicate that you're lacking business sense or skills in order to be successful, right, with whatever you're undertaking at the moment. It could also speak to the fact that you may be taking unwise risks in business, right, that may not pay off in the long run. And again, it's stagnant energy, right? Just like the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's stagnant energy. You're not moving. It's like you're not moving forward anyways in regards to business. So for some of you, you may be home right now, right? And you're just unable to get things going because of what's going on with the world, right? Let's see what other messages we have. Okay, any other messages for Scorpio? 3 of Cups. Okay. 3 of Cups is, I think you're connecting with friends, right? Maybe now you've got some time to actually, like, I know we're supposed to be practicing social distancing, but I mean, people are messaging. You know, you've got time. If you're not working and your friends aren't working, you're probably spending, you know, you could be chatting with friends, right? Video conferencing with groups for some of you. Or this is just like your loved ones, right? Spending time with the family even for some of you. Could be socializing in terms of drinking, right? Maybe some of you have taken up drinking wine, I feel, right? There's been a lot of, joking aside, but there's been a lot of memes online regarding like wine tasting tours within the home or wine groups online. So it's possible you could be one of those taking part in that currently. Okay. Could be cause to celebrate for some of you, even though, you know, maybe much of the world isn't really celebrating at the moment. Maybe you do have a reason to celebrate. Okay? Celebrate the fact that, you know, you're healthy right now. All right, any other messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for mid-March 2020? Okay, so we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so with the Five of Wands in the reverse, so if you're in a relationship, I feel like it may be ending arguments, whatever it is that was going on, conflict, fighting. I feel like it's coming to a halt, so it's ending, okay? Working things out, at least, or it's just whatever it is that causing you to argue or whatever, it's coming to an end, okay? Whatever that means for you. If you're single, then I feel like your love life is just lacking some passion there. There's a spark missing, right? Lackluster, let's just say, right? You're not given, again, we're not outgoing and meeting people, so for some of you, it's kind of in a rut, I feel, okay? Okay, any other messages for Scorpio? Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Well, if we were in a relationship, earlier I did see death. Remember we talked about that being big changes or endings, right? Letting go and moving on. I feel like it's associated with this Ten of Cups in the reverse, okay? This could be a relationship or a marriage that has kind of come to an end, right? An unhappy home life, broken home, dysfunctional family situation, whatever it is for you, okay? I feel like there is separation there for sure. Could also indicate, again, family breakdowns. For some of you, this could be neglect or abuse within a relationship or a home, okay? Again, this could be directed at you, Scorpio, or this is what you're dealing with, right? It can be you or a cross-watcher, right? The person you're connecting with. Again, if any of this does not fit your situation, don't make it fit. It's probably meant for someone else that you're connecting with, right? Or someone in your energy around you, right? It's basically family relationships that are very unstable right now, okay? For some of you, maybe you give the appearance that everything is okay online, even with social media, but in reality, things are not stable. Things are not okay, right? Unhappy. Any other messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for mid-March? We have the King of Wands, right? So this could be fire energy that you are connecting with, right? Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay. The King of Wands tends to be someone who's quite passionate about what they do. This is an entrepreneur, right? Again, this could also be your energy, Scorpio. Maybe you do have this, you know, passion to start something, or did at one point, like your own business. However, there's something that's kind of hindering that. Like, again, it could be what's going on in the world, right? Like it could be beyond your control, right? For some of you. Okay. The King of Wands also is someone who is quite attractive, I find. Mostly I would say Sagittarius. So you could be connecting with a Sag or have Sag in your chart. For some of you, this is someone who's quite open and adventurous, right? It's a very masculine energy. But again, don't get hung up on gender, right? We all have masculine and feminine energy. You're connecting with someone who has, I want to say lighter hair, so maybe like light brown, red, or even blonde hair for some of you, generally. This is also, unlike like the Knight of Wands, it's not a very, like, it's not an in out kind of energy, but this is someone who is quite, like, again, very passionate and very lusty as well. Like, this is someone who's, I want to say they use the word gorgeous for some reason, and they know it, right? They're very confident about it too. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse. So, what does this mean for you, Scorpio? Okay, so the bottom of the deck, this is your overall message here. It's just, it talks about moving into, you know, troubled waters, or in this case, Mayday, Mayday, right? Right, so it's lack of progress again, right? I feel like that's the theme for you, Scorpio, this month, or at least this mid-month. Lack of progress in whatever it is that you're trying to do. I do feel, though, that you are, maybe you're taking on something that you really shouldn't be. I feel like it's like you're jumping into the fire or something. Like you're, again, in this case, this airplane or this blimp is going down. You may even just hop out and just like fall to your death, right? Like if you don't have a parachute, right? You could be feeling trapped or overwhelmed with the situation, or just even like feeling stuck, right? You may feel like you have nowhere to run, right? And for some of you, you may be choosing to stand your ground, even though, again, like maybe I feel like it's like for some of you it's for the wrong reason, but you're choosing to do it, to stick it through, okay? Again, this could be for you, Scorpio, or a cross watcher, okay? Or this other person that you're dealing with currently. All right, let's use Light Visions Tarot to clarify. Can I have some clarification on the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, please? For Scorpio, Sun, and Rising. All right. So, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, we talked again about being stagnant, things not coming to fruition, and I think we did mention, like, again, for some of you, this is relationship based, okay? And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. This is more so in regards to a relationship than just work. But for some of you it is, right? Because again, Ten of Pentacles is all about money, right? But it's also about inheritance and leaving a legacy, right? So some of you are concerned about that, being able to have, like, after this, let's say if you are separating from, right, this Ten of Cups in the reverse, right? If that's what you're doing, you're separating, you're, right, this dissolving a marriage even, you're worried about your children, right? And I feel like, again, this could be you or the other person, but somebody here is definitely worried about what's going to be left towards their their children, right? It could be multiple children for some of you, or just a child. And I feel like this Five of Wands is someone who maybe at some point was putting up a fight in regards to money and is now realizing that it was probably not the best situation or solution to do. Like, you're gonna harm more than you're going to, like, there's no winners, right? When you fight over money within a relationship, like, there's no winners, right? Like, if you're dealing with someone who's a deadbeat, whether it's husband or wife or whatever, mom or dad, then that's one situation. But if both are not, and you're hardworking, but whatever the situation, like, for whatever reason why you're arguing over money, like, no one's winning there. The children are not winning from that. Okay? Especially now, times are really tough right now for some people, right? Some people are being sent home. Granted, governments are kind of banding together to kind of combat like this situation, right? And like help people out, because they know, like, how are we supposed to pay for certain things, right? For all these services. I kind of sense that that's on your mind as well, right? All right, let's look at this Three of Cups here for Scorpio. Okay, Eight of Swords. So we're being social, but at the same time, we are stuck at home. That is kind of what I'm, and this is self-isolation, okay? Some of you may be in self-isolation right now. For some of you, you may be coming back from a trip, right? And have no choice but to go into self-isolation. And for others of you, you may actually be alone. Like, if somebody has walked out or left, that may be the case. Someone is now kind of left alone in self-isolation by themselves, right? They may not have anyone to really fall back on. Maybe they have their friends that may, come by to check on them, maybe purchase groceries or whatever it is, right, for you. Got some clarification on the Five of Wands in the reverse, please. Okay, so we have Seven of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, the reason why the fighting is coming to an end is because somebody's finally folding and giving in, okay? Someone has to quit whatever it is that they were doing. Maybe they're trying to get money out of a situation or whatever it is. Somebody is definitely giving up and giving in, admitting defeat here. Okay, this could be you or vice versa, right? Take it how it resonates. This could, just lack of, stamina. Like, you're exhausted. You may not want to put up with this anymore, right? You don't want to put up a fight anymore and giving up on it, right? Whether it was coming out of your own, just how you feel, or this is, yeah, that's kind of what I'm sensing here. It's like you could be realizing that it's not going anywhere. This isn't going to work. This Ten of Cups in the reverse. Okay, we've got the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, in regards to this Ten of Cups. So, could be an air sign, right? Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or this is your energy, right? Very reason, right? We're reasoning here. Well, King of Swords, my friend. This is someone who, within this relationship, I feel like, okay, so there could be someone, and again, could be you or this other person, but someone's definitely lost their cool, okay? This is someone who's kind of lacking some logic here, or reason, some morals, ethics, whatever you want to call it. This is somebody who clearly was thinking about money and not thinking about what's right for their family or what's right for the children. You know what I mean? Like, your children are seeing how you respond and how you act. The way you treat a mother or the father of your children or child, they see that. They absorb that. They pick that up, right? You don't want to, regardless of what your situation is, if a relationship just didn't work out between the two of you, there's no need to make things escalate, right? You shouldn't be fighting over stuff. You need to be able to co-parent. You need to be able to be amicable and, you know, even show a united front, even though you're not together. Okay? So someone here is definitely not using their head. Okay? Let's look at this King of Wands here for Scorpio for mid-March 2020. Four of Pentacles. Okay, that's holding on to money. That's somebody holding on to money, right? Desire for a long-term security. Somebody could have a fear of change, right? This King of Wands. I don't feel like it's both ways. I feel like somebody is trying to take, and I feel like someone's trying to hold on to what they all, like what's theirs, what they have. Okay, they're holding on tightly, and I don't think it's like from being selfish. I think this is more so they're trying to hold on for this Ten of Pentacles. Like, they want to leave something to their child. They want something there. They don't want the money gone in a split second, in the blink of an eye, and it's gone, and now they have nothing, you know, everything they've worked for is gone. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Okay, let's look at the Six of Swords in the reverse. Woo! So we have the King of Swords, and now we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Both are in the reverse, and the Death card. Yeah. Yeah. So, moving into choppy waters, definitely. So definitely this relationship is over and done, I feel. Okay, right? With death being moving on, letting go, right? Queen of Swords, again, lots of air energy, but it's in the reverse, right? So this is someone who's acting not so nice right now. This is someone who's very cold and unforgiving. Someone that may be acting a bit cruel and ended a relationship. And it could be over money for some of you. For others of you, it's just they could have been in a relationship because of money, right? I feel like the Queen of Swords can also be a liar or a cheater. Just somebody who's disloyal and keeps secrets. Okay? It's like, if you can see, she's like trying to shut the goose up. Right? Clamping their beak closed so they can't say anything. Right? Trying to keep the secret. Alright, so I'm going to pull some romance angels. I know this isn't really the best love reading here, but I feel like this deck doesn't just, it kind of gives you some hope. So let's see what we have for you, Scorpio, okay? I need love advice for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for mid-March 2020. Okay, I need love advice for Scorpio for mid-March. Guess you got no love advice. Let's see. Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, let's see if there are any other love advice for Scorpio for mid-March. All right. Let's see what we got. So, your first card is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations can help bring you together. Okay? I don't feel like this is the person that in question at the moment, like the person that you've just walked away from. I feel like this is, and a soulmate doesn't have to be a romantic partner. I feel like this could be, again, it's a very strong connection that you have. A soulmate could be a parent, a soulmate can be a friend, a coworker, somebody that is repeatedly within your life. Like, so it's a very deep connection, someone that is, you've known in past lifetimes, okay? And it's a divine connection too with the angel there, right? Next card was separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, right? Not surprised. This is kind of what's happened here, what we're seeing for you, Scorpio, right? And again, you or cross-watcher, vice versa, whatever, however you take this, right? But definitely this is not, there's no, even though the fighting has stopped because someone's giving in and finally putting an end to it, but it doesn't mean that your relationship is resolved. Okay. So lastly, I'm going to take out my Dream of Gaia tarot and pull some more messages, some final messages for you, Scorpio. Okay, so these messages will just be directed to whomever is watching. So whether that's you, Scorpio, or cross-watcher, okay? For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Do I have any other message? Okay. Any other messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter? Whoop. All right. All right, so your first card, and it's in the past position. So we have Four of Earth. Okay, this talks about a time of rest. So in the past, like I feel like somebody here may have been beaten up, wounded even. Like if you look, he's bleeding. He's, you know, but he's still standing firm. Still, it's like as if he's holding up that wall, right? Like as if he lets go, it's going to come crashing down. So maybe in the past, could be you, Scorpio, or again, cross-watcher. Somebody maybe was in a previous relationship even, where it's like they've had to hold things together. Maybe even for the family, it's like you've tried to, you know, be strong. And I almost kind of get that sense where it's like you need to rest. You've needed to rest. And you may not have had that opportunity because you've had to stay strong, whether it's for others, again, for your children, child, right? Family. The next card, which is your present position, is the Eight of Water. So this could be currently someone here is feeling quite I feel like this is just, it talks about balance and needing this balance or quiet time. There's a giant full moon in the background there, right? So I feel like, again, with the moon, it's about some secrets or some sort of, but I almost feel like because he's in front of it, like he knows that there's these things back there that he's unaware of, or that he may not be brought to light as of right now. So there are some things that are hidden, yet he's still coming at you with open arms. So this is almost like a forgiveness stance. So maybe you're taking the stance of someone who is letting their guard down, right? With this 5 of Wands in the reverse, and even the 7 of Wands in the reverse, right? Somebody's finally like, okay. And the other person may be there to forgive, right? And approaching it with love. Like if you look, this person has all the chakras like lit up there. So this is a balanced individual. There's a lot of water, right? With even the dolphins, like dolphins tend to be, like, I like to call them like little cheeky bastards. They're very like, they almost seem like happy, very happy. Again, this is like my happiness card, forgiveness. I'm kind of curious about spirals. I kind of want to see what the meaning of spirals are. A spiral meaning. Let's see what the hell that means. I'm not even sure. So, what's a sacred spiral even? It could be, it's like a journey from the center of ascension. So spirals are believed to represent movement through experience in life. The Celts in particular viewed this symbol as one of progressive development, growth, and expansion. As we make our journey towards the center and towards the light. Yeah. So this is someone who's definitely has become enlightened and is choosing to forgive and approach someone with love is what I'm sensing here. Okay. The last card is the Father in the reverse. Okay. As your future position. It could be, again, I feel like you're connecting with someone who, again, blonde. I think I mentioned that earlier with that King of Wands there. And it's funny how it fell on the King of Wands as well. I placed it there. So yeah, definitely dealing with someone, or this could be you, someone with like lighter hair, blonde, red, even blue eyes. I'm seeing a lot of Leo resemblances here, or symbology, I would say, with that sun and the lioness. So maybe you connecting with a Leo or have Leo in your chart. And this Father in the reverse. If this is you or cross-watcher, but I feel like there's a father here, and again, don't get hung up on the gender. It could be a father or mother, but somebody is just not, just honestly, like I feel like somebody is just not, they're not keeping up with their fatherly or motherly duties. This is someone who's acting quite cold. Again, it's, I almost get it like this Queen of Swords in reverse kind of feeling from it. Yeah. So it's almost like the Emperor in the reverse, right? It's like that father figure. It could even be an Aries. Again, a lot of fire is what I'm sensing here. And again, it could just be their personality with this And this King of Wands. But this is someone who may be trying to dominate, trying to get control, but they are acting like very inflexible. Like, I need it, it needs to be this way, okay? This is kind of what I'm sensing. My way or the highway kind of thing, which is not, again, like, these are not the kind of things you want to teach your children, right? Like, you want to be able to teach children that you can communicate with others and that you can come to an agreement and compromise, right? A mediator instead of getting a divorce lawyer. Like, why can't we sit down and kind of discuss these things? Why do we have to, like, attack each other kind of situation? All right. So that has been your reading for mid-March, Scorpio. Again, I apologize for these readings to come out a little bit late, but I'm dealing with this COVID-19 virus, right? And I'm not in self-isolation. I am trying to keep, try to follow social distancing as much as I can. However, I'm kind of out there on the front lines, like providing services for people. So I'm trying my best, right? I do need some rest in order to do that, right? So I've taken a few days, like, that's why things have come out a bit late, because I've been taking some time, for myself to kind of unwind at night in order to get up and going for the next day, right? So do keep that in mind. For your next reading coming out for April, I will also continue with the runes at the end to kind of anchor and tie everything in together. So do look forward to that for my next upload. But yeah, so if you like my video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it around and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Also hit the notification bell. That way you're notified the next time I upload a video. Okay. As always, again, if it doesn't resonate with you, just take what does. Chances are it's probably meant for someone else, okay? Do have a look, though, at your moon, your rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements as well, okay? As well as your 7th house. So for Scorpios, that would be Taurus. Have a look at those videos. Check out the title. If it resonates, there's some messages there, all right? Have a wonderful day. Many blessings.